And remember to keep it simple. This is hard. This is just not easy. Knowing what to leave out sometimes is more important than what you leave in. Here are some notes from a book I recently read. What is this about? We get some contextual clues here with a figure of a person, a brain. We see text. Some of it's bold. Some of this text comes with arrows. But overall, it's too chaotic. You have to slow down to read what you are seeing. The goal when sketching ideas and communicating a message to the viewer is to focus that message, to parse the information for the viewer. We want to treat our viewer like a guest, right? We want to provide them with everything that they need so that they can understand what we are showing them. Offer the viewer simplicity and understanding. Don't produce chaos. Produce order. So how would we then focus this page of notes? This is, by the way, this is really great. I think this is really great for personal note taking. This is great. This is fantastic. But when you are communicating a message to another person, you want to make it easy for them to know what to look at. So this is an example where we focus the main message, the main thing that we want our viewer to know. The subconscious mind deals with pictures and emotions. Isn't that cool? So let's look at both those examples side by side. You can see that on the left, we have this very complicated page. This is great for us, for a personal sketchbook. I don't want to discourage this kind of note-taking and sketching. This is great. But when you are communicating to another person, I cannot reiterate this enough. Simplify, focus, make sure you understand the content so that you can just show the viewer the only thing that they need to care about. I want to invite my friend Picasso to help us better understand this concept a bit better. In Boole's studies, Picasso shows us the process of simplifying with a Boole sketch. Here I remixed it with my version of those sketches. First, we start off with a very detailed, realistic sketch of a bull. Notice that the characteristics of the bull are very clear. You can see the big ears, the horns, the mouth, the eyes, the shading. In this next one, we gradually introduce some refinements, primarily in the face. The shapes and the lines are beginning to simplify. The hooves, for example, have now sort of been quieted and de-emphasized. In this next example, we're moving away from realism and entering a simplified and abstract world. Notice that the face of the bull has been simplified. The hooves have completely gone away, and the legs have now been reduced to just lines. In this next example, we have even less shading and more simplified lines. The horns in the face have lost detail, but yet we recognize the sketch as a bull sketch. Why? Well, what Picasso is teaching us here is that we only need the essential lines to represent the figure of a bull. As we move away from the excess, we begin to reach a new level of simplicity. Picasso shows us that we can take this even further with the final and elegant result of a bull with a distinguishable air of simplicity. This is what we're after. When you are sketching, you want to leave only the essential and leave out the fluff. only the essential should remain.